The war isn't on a battlefield, it's on your dinner table. A single US tariff meant to punish Beijing has torn a hole in America's $2 trillion food empire, sending shockwaves from the biggest fast food chains to the smallest Midwest soybean farm. This is the explosive breakdown of how a trade policy designed to save US jobs backfired. It triggered a supply chain collapse, massive price spikes, and crippling shortages hitting every household budget. The truth: America's food system is collapsing from within. The key move was the imposition of steep tariffs, notably those escalating to 25% or more on Chinese goods. But China didn't blink. They retaliated, slapping duties of their own on the lifeblood of American agriculture: soybeans, pork, and corn. China, the biggest market for our farmers, effectively shut its doors. Data point: Bloomberg, Reuters. US soybean exports to China initially plummeted to near zero, as China immediately shifted billions of dollars in orders to countries like Brazil. For the Midwest farmer, the impact was immediate and devastating. The market vanished overnight. The result? A massive surplus. Farmers were forced to store millions of tons of crops with nowhere to sell them. Farm incomes in major agricultural states like Iowa and Illinois saw devastating drops, in some cases by as much as 30% in the immediate aftermath. The tariff war didn't punish China, it crippled the American farmer, driving many to bankruptcy and forcing them to scramble for less profitable alternative markets. The shockwave didn't stop at the farm. American food manufacturers rely heavily on Chinese-made intermediate goods, from vital food processing chemicals and fertilizers to specialized packaging materials and machinery parts. The tariffs made these core components suddenly and exponentially more expensive. This double whammy of higher input costs and log-jammed global shipping lines created a perfect storm of supply chain chaos. Companies could no longer afford to hold the line on prices. This is where it hits your wallet. Restaurants, like McDonald's and Starbucks, operate on razor-thin margins. When the cost of meat, packaging, and logistics spikes, they have only one choice: raise prices overnight. Reuters report. Data confirms this. The overall consumer price index for food is predicted to rise faster than the historical average, with food away from home seeing significant increases as businesses pass the tariff cost directly to you. Your Big Mac, your morning latte, they are the collateral damage of a trade war fought with poor strategy. Families are cutting back, facing shortages, and seeing their grocery bills soar by hundreds of dollars a year. And here's the ultimate backfire. The trade war didn't bring production home. It simply handed our dominant market share to our competitors. IFPRI Reuters data. Brazil saw its soybean exports to China surge by over 60% compared to pre-tariff levels, cementing its position as the top global supplier. We didn't solve a trade imbalance, we simply rerouted the global supply chain, enriching other nations and hurting American agriculture. The tariffs didn't punish China, they punished us. This isn't just an economic theory, it's a reality playing out in every American diner, drive-thru, and pantry. A protectionist move intended to shore up the US economy instead unleashed chaos, exposing the fragile, interconnected nature of our $2 trillion food system. The question remains: as prices continue to rise and farms continue to struggle, how much more chaos can America's food empire endure? Let us know in the comments. How have tariffs impacted your grocery bill? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that matter.